Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do whenever I'm solving an absolute value inequality is to isolate the absolute value itself. So the first thing I will do is subtract 7 from both sides. So I have 5 times the absolute value of 4x minus 1 is less than 25. And we still have to get rid of that 5 in front, so I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So I have the absolute value of 4x minus 1 is less than 5. So when you see the absolute value symbols, these two things, you can really think of this as the distance from 0. So what I'm saying is whatever x is, when I do 4x minus 1, it has to have a distance of 0 that is less than 5. So if you think about like the number line, here's 0, here's negative 5, here's 5. So forget about x for right now, but 4x minus 1, since the absolute value of 4x minus 1 is less than 5, 4x minus 1 has to live within here. Whatever I get when I plug in, whenever I get when I do 4x minus 1, the solution should be between negative and 5, within 5 from 0 because it's less than 5. If this thing was greater than 5, well, then it would be everything outside of the 5s, from negative 5 to infinity and from positive 5 to infinity. But since I want the absolute values to be less than 5, it's the stuff contained between the 5s. So that means that 4x minus 1 is less than 5 and greater than negative 5. It's the stuff contained between the two 5s. Now I just have to solve this compound inequality by doing whatever I do to the middle, do to both sides. So I'm going to add 1, add 1, add 1. So this is negative 4 is less than 4x is less than 6. Dividing everything by 4, I get negative 1 is less than x is less than 3/2. If for some reason this was a negative 4x and I divided by a negative through all of them, I would switch both of the signs. So my solution written as an interval would be from negative 1, not including it, up to 3/2. Again, if the problem was, let's just say it was 4x minus 1 is greater than 5, that would mean that either 4x minus 1 is larger than 5 or 4x minus 1 is less than negative 5. And you would solve both and write your solution as an inequality. It would be a series of, write your solution as two intervals. It would be the interval you get here and the interval you get here, the union of the two. But for this problem, this is the solution.